Sorry guys, we ran out of battery on the other one and we have a new camera, so let us talk about Medusa.
Right, okay, so I guess most of you guys have already seen this Medusa. I think she's very popular on the net, on Facebook and in forums. So Medusa is, of course, Siren's sister in our story. This is part of the HMO Originals collection. This girl, when I first did her, I didn't expect the snakes to be so difficult to work with.
Yeah.
I think there are about 200 over snakes. I think I've talked about this before.
Yes.
The reason why she took a little bit longer to ship was because we were working on the snakes. We didn't want to just settle for plain, normal looking straight snakes. We wanted it to be curly.
Yes.
Sophie wanted the hair to be a curly hair.
Because I think that's how snakes move when they are together, so it's very accurate.
Correct. And a lot of people are asking why red snakes instead of green snakes. Well, for me, I really wanted something different. I wanted to make sure that our Medusa stands out. When people say like, oh, did you see HMO's Medusa is red? But not only because of that, it's because red snakes are poisonous. Usually snakes that are red in color.
Like vipers?
Correct. No, vipers are brown.
Oh, okay. He knows his snakes. I clearly don't.
But red snakes are usually a form of warning. It's like, stay away. I'm dangerous.
Fair enough. Cool. So can we move on to the next piece? And this is the one piece that you haven't sculpted, correct? Okay.
This one was done by the very, very talented Martin Agustasini.
Yes.
So he sculpted a couple of pieces like Wolverine and a lot of XM pieces. He sculpted the Catwoman.
Yes, that's amazing.
Right, so this piece, if you can see a lot of HMO's pieces, every piece we try to do a breakthrough. Something about it is very special. So if you look at her clothes, you see all those golden things? They are all painted. They're not like washed. They're actually, somebody goes around and an artist actually goes around and paints them to make sure that every single crevice is being cut.
Nice.
So the master of this piece was painted by James TCE.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the factory got it really, really close.
And can you talk about the pose? Like, why did you go for this pose for this piece?
Right, so Nariko in the game, she always has really, really powerful poses. So one of her very, very iconic poses are this actual pose. So she has one arm up,
yep.
the other arm forward.
Cool.
It's one of her iconic poses. And if you look at this one, this is actually the EX version that we have right here.
Okay, the broken sword, yeah?
Which is the chained
sword.
heavenly sword.
Nice.
Yes, this is one of the upgrades that she can get in the game.
Okay, and can you talk about the base?
Right, so the base is actually a part of the video game level itself.
Yep.
So if you have played the game, you will probably recognize this level. This was the level when she actually was falling down on a really, really big pillar. This is the top of the pillar that actually drops onto a city.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So it's dynamic, it is.
It is. It's dynamic, but it's actually also not crazy enough that you can't fit it in a Vesta.
I see.
It's perfectly in a Vesta. Because we're collectors as well, we make sure that every time we sculpt a piece, we try to make sure that we can make sure that it's easy to collect.
I like those hand movements.
Yes. Right. Oh, no. Sorry. I dropped candy. All right.
Mufizal's drop. Why are you dropping the candy, man? Are you candy man?
Yeah. All right. So this piece, I sculpted this piece. The base was sculpted by a very talented artist, which is his name is Lee Seong Tan. He's a very good friend of mine, so he helped me sculpt the base. And I did Dante. Now Dante was designed by Scan. Scan is a designer from Hive, and Hive Studios helped us come up with the design of Dante. Dante is seen fighting against all these
mannequins.
Mannequins?
Yep.
Is it mannequins?
Or puppets.
I don't, there's a specific... anyway, they're fighting with these mannequins. I'm sorry, the name slipped my mind. Right
It's
now.
cool, it's cool.
But these are the main enemies that you actually meet when you play Dante. So he's actually seen in his poses. I really like it. It's very, very dynamic. But you see, again, the way we do it is we have to make sure that the base is not overwhelmingly bigger than the actual sculpt itself. The base is done this way because of a reason, because I wanted to make sure that he encompasses everything. This way. Okay. So, if you can see, he also comes with a changeable hand, which is the ebony and ivory.
Nice.
Alright, moving on to our main attraction.
Yes.
Real King.
Crew King.
So me and Danny worked together on this piece. We came up with the idea together. He came up with the original story, and then from that idea we shaped and molded up and came up with this character. I mean, at the show, I think he was stealing the show.
Yeah.
In our whole booth, this guy, everyone is coming over and like, oh my god, I've never seen. What is this character? I don't know what it is, but I want it. So the way I sculpted it is, I made sure that every single part has a sense of how it should work. Because if you look at this arm, it's very, very heavy and solid, but it's being manipulated by a very, very soft and gentle looking hand mechanic that is then connected here, and then it's got absorbers over there. You can actually figure out how it actually moves. And this one is a very special type of skull. A lot of people say, why you have human skulls? Actually, a very special skull because you see it's elongated. It's not actually a human skull. Right, so the weathering that we're doing, because he is a very, very experienced hunter, so we actually make sure that the weathering, if you look at over here, everybody on the show floor is like, how the hell did you guys do the rust? So we actually make sure that he's very, very weathered. All the stuff is it feels like it's rough and tough. He's not like a clean Mac with a servant that washes his Mac for him, because he's actually using it for a purpose. Okay?
Very nice. I was speechless whilst you were explaining that, because there's just so much detail in the sculpt. Okay, and now let's go on to Ren.
Alright, so this is our baby. I mean, HMO has come up with a character that I think is extremely special. Again, this is an idea that me and Danny worked with. He came up with the original story and the original idea, and then from that I actually molded it and sculpted it and came up with Ren. So if you look at her, the difference between Ren and Crow King is that Ren is complexity in simplicity. What does that mean? That means that her silhouette is very, very feminine and very, very elegant. But her details, if you look at the details, it's sharp and it's very, very micro type of details. So we purposely did all this. I'm not sure if the camera can zoom in, but over here you can even see words of kiss and kill. But yeah, when we wanted to start out this project, we wanted to make sure that we can achieve the most highly detailed collectible statue that we can try and make. And I think with the help of James painting it, the details really pop.
Cool, so thank you so much, Mufizal. Is there any last words that you want to give to the collectors of HMO?
Yes, I think again, I want to thank everybody so much for supporting our work. Me and Danny, of course, behind the camera. The team as well has been working really, really hard. We finally got a little bit of a breathing space right now for me to do this interview with you.
Yes, it was very difficult.
Yes, but now the show is still going on. If you guys haven't come down, or if you're seeing this later on, I hope you guys can continue to support Barcos and HMO, and we hope to make even better statues coming in the future.
And can you just give people all the details on the ones that are available, the price, the deposit, and when they will be shipping?
Alright, so Ren is sold out. Currently she's sold out. Croaking, we're going to be opening the pre-order in 2 weeks. It's retailing at $799. It's only 175 edition size. So we're only making 175 this worldwide. Dante over here is already currently on pre-order. He's retailing at $599. You can put down a deposit of $180 on our website. It's already available. Nariko is going to be shipping in November. I think there's only like probably about 20 to 30 pieces left of Nariko. And she's retailing for $449. Medusa is already shipping. You can already buy her. She's a very, very big companion piece for Siren that is going to also be a $299 price point, and her pre-order is going to be opening soon. I don't have the actual details of when the pre-order is going to open, but very, very soon.
And final thoughts, can you just give us what we can see next year at Singapore 2017? What fans can be excited for?
Right, so our gaming legend lines, we're going to expand on that one. We're going to get more gaming legends. Our Beastly Beauties are also going to be expanding. We're going to bring the next character, which is Medusa. Now you've got the snake, you've got the water, and the next one is going to become is the fire. For the Bounties of Athos line, we're going to also come up with 1 or 2 new characters. We're hoping for 2, but we're promising 1 for sure. We're also coming up with the story and the book. We're going to push very, very hard in coming up more supporting materials for Bounties of Athos.
Thank you very much, Mufizal. It's been a pleasure, and see you next year at Singapore Comic Con 2017.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.